microeconomics class, I bring my students here on occasion, not throughout the semester. Mostly when I have group work and group interaction or any sort of team assignment going on, because just the mere setting of the room provides for that environment where groups can sit together and look up on their assigned topics on a common monitor instead of having to share a small screen or having multiple screens for the same thing. Here I can ask students, here, your big computer, sit around table and look up the research. Besides, it allows me to take one team's work and show it to another team that needs assistance or help in a similar setting, where instead of having to go through explaining everything, the technology in this room allows to share one's individual work with another table or across the entire room. On top of that, the mere setting of this room, it's vibrant, it's modern, it's not dull, it's not a lecture setting, so that really helps me interact with my students. There is no such thing as a backseat, so to speak. I can be next to every single student in this classroom walking around, so nobody feels left out. So that helps create that engaging learning environment where everybody's involved, everybody is doing what they're supposed to be doing in a classroom setting. And one thing that I have noticed, many students do not use their cell phones while in this room because they're very visible to a lot of people instead of a traditional lecture room. So that helps a lot. To showcase my lectures to the classroom, instead of writing on the board or having a monotonous PowerPoint slides, this room allows me to use the Idea Max software on a big screen where I can draw with a pen, make edits, have students come in and use it to show their work as well, which can once again be shared on individual screens. So there is no student left behind, no one sitting in the back row who can't see it clearly. It's very bright, it's very clear, everyone's right 3 to 5 feet from any screen where the work can be shared.
And what do you think the advantages are between a center like this and a regular classroom setting, as you have seen throughout the semester?
So I'll start with the basic why I think I use this room. Our students, I believe, need to be competitive global citizens when it comes to the future workforce. They're going to go out and work at companies which in today's modern world are using the cutting edge technology just to communicate and present what they have. And I'm not even speaking to the technological detail that goes into major specific skills. I'm talking about the soft skills. You go to a company, they have branch offices in China and Australia, and they're communicating where there are multiple screens around there. We don't need our students to go there and look baffled what's going on. We need them to be prepared as soon as they walk into that door working for the next multinational, they know what they're doing. So this really helps me get that point across to the students that this is nothing special. This is going to be your everyday life using this technology. Now the differences I see from the learner's perspective, as I spoke earlier, no one feels left behind, as I have noticed and heard from students. Everyone feels engaged. So from a learner's perspective, it's very easy to be or to feel ignored when it comes to a big lecture room where one person is speaking, everyone's listening, or as we believe everyone's listening, but many of them may not be. Here, not a single person speaking, everyone's involved, everyone's interacting with the technology, with the people, and of course with the learning or the course content that we have. Besides, if we look at the teaching ability that this room gives me, it takes me out of my comfort zone as well. I'm used to traditional classrooms where I go in, speak, write on the board, use the PowerPoints. So this pushes me to try innovative things which my students see as well, which inspires them to be innovative as well when it comes to their presentations and research, as I saw in many of the student presentations that they were much more comfortable with the technology as we progressed, as they had seen me. One or two groups actually used technology beyond what was required, such as document camera, such as shooting content to the screens and things like that. So it's very different in a very good way.